Welcome to the Rim, where I set out on a vanilla Rimworld adventure. A basic setup and a multiplayer mod to make it all a little bit more chaotic. First, I try to pick out our land. I chose a lush, unforgiving tropical rainforest, rich in marble and limestone. There's something almost peaceful about the chaos of Rimworld, the idea that you're just a few crash-landed souls carving out a home in a wild, alien land. The colonist I chose was Kevin Squirt. Strange fucking name, but she's got a strong work ethic. And Penelope, a wild card with potential. We had no cook, just a dream and a whole lot of jungle.
We don't have a cook, but that's okay. We have somebody that's good at crafting as well. Yeah, this is who I'm rocking with right here. Make sure they don't got anything crazy.
First things first, survival. Trees were everywhere, so we chopped. We needed wood and lots of it. The first structure, probably going to be a rec room. Not for recreation, really. More like a catch-all building, the heart of the base. Next came the kitchen, or what would become one. A butcher room, a small fridge with coolers carved into the wall. This was no 5-star setup, but hey, cold rice beats rotten rice.
Guess I don't need that door there, do I? Pop the fridge.
I marked out a tiny rice farm and separate sleeping quarters because in Rimworld, even the end of civilization is an excuse enough to share a room. A table was built early on. Experience has taught me if you don't give these pawns a table, they will spiral into existential crisis over a single fucking meal. Squirt started working stone in the blocks. It's mind-numbing labor, but necessary. Every wall counts here. My favorite supplier, a combat supplier, shows up. Although, we don't use them for much. Instead, we spend our time organizing, or at least trying to organize our stockpile and cutting down more wood for future projects. A solar flare hits, but can't really hurt you when you don't have any electricity. So the next step is to set up that electricity. We start with adding a wind turbine as a source for our first feeling of power.
Oh, hell no.
And I killed our cat. Total accident, probably. Better not to ask questions. As if on cue, some of our colonists caught the flu, because nothing says welcome to the jungle like high fever and vomiting. Kevin, a vital part of our colony, seems to slowly be getting ahead of his flu. We need him here because he's going to be our doctor in the future, and he also seems to stabilize Penelope as
They
well.
get ahead of it though.
I see them both seeing the end of this flu.
About 10% ahead of it. Get you on some harvest.
The constant fight with nature sends us on a tree genocide, trying to eradicate the region of all trees grown into our land.
Kevin's ahead of it. Penelope's ahead of it.
We end up getting another colonist named Dan, with a passion for hand-to-hand combat and crafting. Go figure. For right now, he's just going to be our security and block breaker. The positioning on our turbine wasn't great, so I ended up readjusting it to fit better within the crops.
Squeals when I gaze. Okay. We're gonna hold off on this.
Penelope was pushed hard. I had to force her to finish the fridge walls. Food was spoiling faster than we could harvest.
Need you to cryo this. Come on, I need you to get through. Oh, Kevin, did you make it? Yeah, you'll be alright.
By now, Kevin beat the flu, wooden floors spread through our buildings, the compound walls started to grow from a campsite into something that actually resembled a base. The kill box went up, crude, but effective. Just having it there gave me peace of mind. She worked in the heat until her body gave out, passed out cold. We got her inside, patched her up, gave her a bed. Rimworld is brutal, but it's not heartless.
Well, we put it right here.
Of course, not everything was going smoothly. Squirt entered a sad wander. Dan recovered from heat stroke. The rainforest doesn't forgive weakness, but neither do we. Steel was in critically short supply, so we started digging. Struck a vein, then something better. Jade. Beautiful, valuable. Maybe we'd use it for art, or trade, or graves. You never know.
No, it's not about that. God, it's Shoulder bit off. The fuck is this shit?
To lift morale, I moved a few urns into the rec room and barracks. They didn't care what they were made for, they just made things feel better. As if sensing our small victory, the skies turned against us. Psychic drone lifted, only to be replaced by a thunderstorm. Fires threatened, but we held. With power stable, I moved the food stockpile into the now functioning fridge, built a butcher table, and finally, an electric stove. Meals, real meals, no more cold nutrient paste, or so they thought.
It's dying.
And then came our first real test. Breakso's Nation, just one raider, but bold. He smashed through our barracks walls. We didn't rush, we waited. Guns aimed at the breach. When he stepped through, we lit him up. Penelope moved in for the final blow. Fire sparked from the fight, but we doused them. No losses. That's a win in the rim. We repair the damages done to the bedroom to make it good as new. With a fresh bow and some pemmican. That's just more security and more sustenance. A second wind turbine was added. We cleared the ground around it. No trees, no obstructions, just spinning energy and the soft hum of progress. We planted heel root, smoke leaf too, not just for trade, but to keep morale from crumbling when things inevitably go south. Kevin and Squirt set out to kill an elephant. It was almost poetic, this lumbering beast charging through the kill box. It nearly made it, but Squirt stood strong. One last shot, it dropped.
Took down a motherfucking elephant.
The rainforest had more surprises. A mad cassowary, it blitzed through the jungle right for Dan. He made it inside, but the bird followed. The colony grouped up and beat it down with fists and fury. Penelope, in the chaos, accidentally punched Squirt.
Oh,
Awkward, but survivable. Soon after, an exotic goods trader arrived. Like a gift from the gods, we sold elephant tusks, bought medicine, components, security. Of course, not all was peaceful. A fire started at the butcher table, flames licking at the walls, but we moved fast, controlled it, kept it from spreading, crisis averted. And so the colony survives another day, bruised, bandaged, but breathing. This is Rimworld, and this was just the beginning.